Hello and welcome to this edition of Tour Confidential on Golf.com, presented by FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf. I'm Jessica Marksbury, joined today in our Lower Manhattan studio by Golf.com's Jeff Ritter and golf contributor Josh Sens via Skype. Bubba Watson won his 9th tour event since 2010 at Riviera Country Club over the weekend. Only Rory McIlroy has won more events since 2010. And Josh, my question for you today is Bubba already worthy of the Hall of Fame?
Well, he hasn't met the minimum age requirement yet, right? But he's certainly making a strong case for himself with 2 Masters, with his 9th win since 2010 on tour. Pretty impressive. But, I'd still like to see him sort of diversify his resume a little bit more. I think that the Golf Hall of Fame has already kind of created a little bit of a problem with the sense that the candidates have been diluted over time. Win a different major before he gets into the Hall. Of course, if his daughter keeps running out onto the green, that might be enough to bump him in anyway. The shoot factor.
Well, Jeff, we know in the email roundtable, we covered the fact that Bubba just never has been considered really an elite player over these last several years, despite the fact that he's #6 in the world now, and as we said, only Rory McIlroy has won more times since 2010. But is there reason to pause for Hall of Fame worthiness at this point?
We could pause and take a look as we are, but I think as we sit here today, 9 wins and 2 majors for Bubba, not yet. Like Josh said, all signs are heading that direction for him, but you look at Mark O'Meara with 16 wins and 2 majors, and then Fred Couples, a controversial Hall of Fame pick, was 15 titles, 1 major. So Bubba, as he stands today, not quite there. He's on his way, but as we are today, no, I think Josh is right. I think we need to see a little bit more, and especially, that game that's so tailor-made for Augusta, travel somewhere else. Let's see him win 1 more major. I know it's easy for us to sit here and say we need a 3rd major to sort of give him the respect that he probably deserves. But I think that's the last remaining resume item for him to put him over the top.
Josh, Bubba is a player that seems really comfortable at kind of a select number of courses. We've seen him win a couple Travelers Championships, now of course a couple times at Riviera, a couple Masters. What would it take, in your opinion, to put him over the top?
Well, I think that's exactly it. People want to see him win on a course that requires a little bit more precision at certain times. A U.S. Open, a real grinding kind of tournament. Obviously, the guy's won big events, so he can handle the pressure. I'd like to see him win a tournament that requires a little more grinding down the stretch, if that makes sense.
I will say, if he wins the Masters this year, we can just put this topic to bed. That's it. That would be 10 and 3 green jackets. You're going in.
We can stop complaining about the fact that it's just the same major, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The same major 3 times.
Topic's over.
I'm wondering, though, too, if maybe the court of public opinion is working against Bubba a little bit. In recent weeks, we've seen him have a few kind of PR gaffes and, misspeaking a few times in press conferences, and that maybe that's the reason why he's really just not held in that elite level of esteem like we see players like Jason, Ricky, Rory.
Yeah, well, and he's a little bit older. There's it's easier to lump the big 3 together because they are that same age group as well. So Bubba misses the group with as far as big 3 topics go, but he belongs in the group. He's one of today's elite, upper echelon players, and he just reminded us of that again last weekend.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing if he can make it 3 Masters. Jeff and Josh, thank you so much for your time and insight. And thank you all for joining us on this edition of Tour Confidential on Golf.com, presented by FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf. We'll see you right back here next week.